There's a problem.
Complications in surgery?
Surgery went fine, he's in recovery, but we took a vial of CSF and tested it.
Really?
Turns out the bowing wasn't the cause of his problems, it was a symptom.
Oligoclonal bands and increased intrathecal IgG.
Which means multiple sclerosis. And the reason it takes 3 of you to tell me this?
Because we're having a disagreement about whether or not it is MS.
No lesions on the MRI.
It's early. He's had the disease for maybe 2 weeks.
McDonald criteria requires 6 months to make a definitive diagnosis.
Oh, who cares about McPherson? I hear he tortured kittens.
McDonald.
Oh, McDonald. Wonderful doctor. Love kittens.
The VEP indicates slowing of the brain.
Is that the lesions? We can't be sure.
Well, if it is, it's gone from 0 to 60 in 3 weeks, which would indicate rapidly progressive MS. Not the fun MS with the balloons and the bike rides for cripples in wheelchairs.
We should wait until we
Start treating him now. Maybe he can walk for another couple of years, maybe live for another 5. Break it to the family. I'm going home.
There are some medications to manage the symptoms, but as the disease progresses, the problems will become more severe. Bowel and bladder dysfunction, loss of cognitive function, pain.
What's gonna hurt?
The brain's like a big jumble of wires. MS strips them of the insulation and the nerves die. Brain interprets it as pain. But by starting treatment, we're going to prevent that for as long as possible. We're looking into a couple of specialists, and until we get you squared away, you'll stay here.
Security checked the videotapes from all perimeter cameras. He's still got to be in the hospital.
Where's Chase?
Main floor.
Okay, you take the cafeteria and administration. I'll hit the research annex and work my way back to you.
There are experimental treatments, ongoing research. Who knows what they'll discover in a year or 2.
This is where I dropped the ball.
Dan, we're standing on the roof of the hospital. Dan. Dan, you're not on the field.
He doesn't know where he is.
Dan! Foreman. Dan.
Dad?
Dan, no!
Dad!
They tell a family that their boy almost stepped off a roof. They must be thrilled.
They're not suing, but I think only because Chase asked them.
Why does everybody always think I'm being sarcastic? This is great news. He doesn't have MS. Parents should be thrilled. Well, the mom, anyway. Of course, the dad probably doesn't know.
Why doesn't he have MS?
He was on the roof thinking he was on a lacrosse field, conscious and therefore not a night terror. You want some of this?
Yeah, sure.
He was in an acute confusional state, which doesn't fit with a demyelinating disease like MS.
Oligoclonal bands.
We're real. They just mean something other than MS. So what are they telling us?
The immune system is working?
Right. He has an infection in his brain.
What about sex?
Well, it might get complicated. I mean, we work together. I'm older, certainly, but maybe you like that.
I meant maybe his neurosyphilis.
Nice cover.
Sorry, RPR was negative.
We don't need a definitive test to confirm this.
Sure. Didn't need one to confirm MS.
Okay, let's wait for you to run titers on 1,400 viruses while this kid's brain turns to mush.
So the fact that he doesn't have MS, it's really not good news after all.
Well, it is if it's neurosyphilis. Likelihood of a false negative on an RPR test, 30%. Likelihood of a 16-year-old having sex, roughly 120%.
I'll start him on IV penicillin.
No, we're not going to wait for that. The most effective way to deliver the drug is right into his brain via the spine.
We can't. In a cramped space like the brain, increased intracranial pressure from a high-volume drug like penicillin could herniate his brainstem and kill him. No neurologist in his right mind would recommend that.
Show of hands, who thinks I'm not in my right mind? And who thinks I forget this fairly basic neurological fact? Who thinks there's a third option? Very good. What's the third choice?
No idea. You just asked if I thought there was one.
The patient has a shunt in his brain. There'll be no increased pressure. We can put as much penicillin into his body as we want.
Excellent. Inject him through a lumbar puncture.
The treatment should start helping soon. Let us know if it gets easier to focus on things, remember stuff.
Don't fight it. Just let it happen.
No.
You'll be dead
Know
in
what?
2 days. I give it a day.
Dan? You okay?
Dan?
Night terror.
Body decomposition once he's in the grave.
He's hearing voices.
It's all over.
Push 2 milligrams IV Ativan stat.
How can you just sit there?
If I eat standing up, I spill.
Our son is dying, and you could care less. We're going through hell. You're doing nothing. You haven't checked in on him once.
Blood pressure is 110 over 70. The shunt is patent, well placed in the right lateral ventricle. The EKG shows a normal QRS with deep wave inversions throughout both limb and precordial leads. LFTs are elevated, but only twice the normal range. Oh yeah, and he's hearing voices. Go hold his hand. Go on, I'll bust your tray. Got any sample bags on you?
I don't believe you. Gonna run DNA tests?
Your son is deathly ill. I know, it's terrible. The fact is, if I don't keep busy with trivial things like this, I'm afraid I might start to cry.
You're an ass.
What's this?
Karen's coffee cups.
I can't believe
I've
it.
had this conversation once already. If you've got something else to do, do it. Otherwise, do this.
House is right. The father's not the father.
Dude doubled up on me.
You're not gonna believe this. The mother's not the mother either.
You lied to me.
We didn't lie about anything. You, on the other hand, accused us of molesting our son.
Perfect.
Couldn't we get off my screw-ups and focus on theirs? Theirs is bigger. You're not Dan's parents.
We're his parents.
He was adopted. He doesn't need to know.
I do.
Adoption makes us just as much
Listen, when we were taking his medical history, were you confused? Did you think we were looking for a genetic clue to his condition, or did you think we were trying to ascertain who loves him the most in the whole wide world?
How did you find out about this?
I sampled their DNA.
We would give you any DNA.
Your coffee cups from the cafeteria.
You can't do that.
Again, why are we getting hung up on what I did? Your medical history is useless.
No, we gave you a detailed history of his biological mother.
Her history: non-smoker, good health, low cholesterol, no blood pressure problems.
Dan was adopted 2 weeks after he was born. You have his history. There's nothing you need to know that we didn't tell you.
Sounds reasonable. Well, if you want to transfer your boy, that is your choice. I still think it's wrong.
Was she vaccinated? The biological mother, when she was a baby, did she get her vaccinations?
Dan was vaccinated at 6 months.
Do you know why kids get vaccinated at 6 months? Because before that, they are protected by their biological mother's immune system. So, was she vaccinated? An infant picks up a regular old measles virus. He gets a rash. He's extremely uncomfortable, has a wicked fever, but he lives. Here's the kicker. Once every million or so times, the virus mutates. Instead of Dan having a fever and a rash, the virus travels to his brain and hides like a time bomb. In this case, for 16 years.
Subacute sclerosing panencephalitis.
I know. There's only been 20 cases in the United States in the last 30 years.
Suppose you can make an argument the kid's still in stage 1. Once SSPE moves to stage 2, it's...
Boom. Stage 2 is universally fatal.
I assume it's impossible to know when he might move into stage 2.
He's already started showing symptoms. Could be a month, could be tonight.
Can we treat it?
Ask the neurologist.
Intraventricular interferon.
Not gonna shove a spike into his brain and drip interferon without confirming this diagnosis.
Tap him.
We won't get a reliable result for measles antibodies in his CSF, not after everything we've given him.
So the wrong treatment kills any hope of the right diagnosis. Why do people lie to me? Could also kill him. You're a ball foreman. Tell me I don't have to biopsy his brain.
Well, there is one other way.
You sure this isn't gonna hurt?
Yeah, it's just scary as hell. See, we go through the pupil. You won't feel it. The eye's been paralyzed. The needle travels to the back of the eye, which is where we'll perform the biopsy on your retina. So we've confirmed that the problem is this mutated virus. The treatment for SSPE is intraventricular interferon. We implant an Ommaya reservoir under the scalp, which is connected to a ventricular catheter that delivers the antiviral directly to the left hemisphere.
You want us to consent to this? I don't even understand what you're talking about.
Well, the antiviral... Look, I'm sorry. I can explain this as best I can, but the notion that you're going to fully understand your son's treatment and make an informed decision is kind of insane. Now, here's what you need to know. It's dangerous. It could kill him. You should do it.
Hey, good morning.
Good news on your EEG. Treatment is working.
And your immune system is responding.
I know it's early. Just want to take a look. All right. Let's see what that brain of yours can do. Name as many animals as you can that start with the letter O.
Ostrich. Ox. Old elephant.
Well, it's 2 better than last time.